Hello everyone, Teeny here. I hope your day's going fabulous. I'm back again with another 5 easy step card tutorial to share with you. This time we're using dies. We're not going to use any pattern papers. We're going to be stenciling in our background and then die cutting. And we're using this cute little stamp and die set. This is a smaller stamp and die set. It's called Ham It Up. I mean, how cute is that little pork chop? Oh my goodness, I fell in love with it. And I love the greeting that says, sending hugs and kisses. So we'll be using this. This is the small stamp that has all the greetings. And then, of course, you have the little piggy here with some mud and some little elements you could accent the piggy with, like the hat and then the little scarf. So we'll be using this on our card. We're going to create our background with the landscape edges die set. This has 3 dies that create clouds, mountains or hills, and then grass. And then I'm going to create some background panels with the Perfect Touch arches and tag die set. All of these are actually part of the Spellbinders on the Farm collection. And I'll link it down below if you guys want to check out the entire collection, along with everything else that we're using today for our 5-step card. Okay. 5-step cards, we always start with step number 1, which is our focal point, and that's going to be this cute little piggy here. So let's bring in some cardstock. Okay, I think I got all the colors that I need. Now, I have a piece of Nina Classic Crest cardstock. We're going to create a little mud puddle here with the craft. And then I'm also going to bring in some pink cardstock, a lighter pink, and we'll cut out our little piggy here. And then the piggy has accent for the ears and the nose. That's going to be a darker pink here. And then what I like is this little piece goes behind the piggy's face, so you don't have to die cut out teeny tiny little eyes. This one will just cover the back so you can see the eyes through your card. And then we have some little feet that we're going to cut out with our craft cardstock also. Now I'm also going to bring in one of my Spellbinders Nested Hearts die sets. This is the Essential Hearts. I think this is on sale right now, depending on when I post this video, but I think it's on sale for $5 for all of these. Nice little heart die set. I'm kind of particular about my hearts, and this one's a pretty fabulous one. So what I'm going to do is create 3 hearts with these 3 colors. We have blue, green, and white. And I'm going to take, let me take this out here. I'm going to take this one, which is the 3rd from the largest, and we'll cut out, again, all 3 of these hearts here. Okay, I'll do that. Run everything through my die cut machine, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have everything die cut out, and what we're going to start by doing is I'm going to actually add some color to the Desert Storm cardstock. What I have is 3 different shades of brown inks, and I'm just going to add a little extra color here. So I added a little bit of color to the mud here, and then also to our little piggy's feet, which we're going to add right now. I'm going to flip over this piece and add a little dot of glue behind each of the legs. And I'm not sure what leg goes to what, but we're going to guess. And we'll just do a little tacking. Here. Okay, and then we have this little leg that goes behind our little piggy. We're going to add a little glue here and add our last little hoof. I'm going to add a little glue here on the back side of my little piggy body, and then we're going to add our extra leg right in the middle here. So now our piggy has 4 legs. Okay, after we have this done, I'm going to bring back those 2 markers that I used, and we're going to add some little mud splatters. There's debossed detail on this little piggy, and I'm going to add some color to those. So now our piggy's been playing in the mud. Okay, what I like to do next, what we're going to do is take this black piece, flip over our piggy head, and then this should just fit perfectly on the back of our piggy. And then our eyes and our little snout are now covered. See that? You want a little dimension to this, so I'm going to bring in some black foam squares, and I'm going to just do a little trim so it will fit behind that little snout here. It's going to be little. Okay, and then we can add the black foam square over here over the snout, and then we can remove the release paper, and then we can add the snout right over the top. I know this is a little extra work, but I think it's so worth it because you have that dimension from our little piggy. You see how that goes? Okay, and then there's debossed area, so it tells you where to put those extra details for the piggy ears. Let's go ahead and add these. And then, you know, now I'm going to add his head here. I did put foam square. Now, of course, ideally you'd want to, there's debossed area telling you where to put the head, but I'm a head tilter. I like how cute heads look when they're tilted. Just melts my heart when, so I'm going to actually tilt my little piggy's head a little bit to the left here. I just think he looks cuter when he's tilted. Okay, and then I'm going to add a little glue behind this little guy's feet. We'll tack it down to our little mud pile. There's a larger mud pile, but I have a plan and I wanted the smaller one to fit on my little scene. Okay, so this is my muddied up pig. Maybe we should add a few little extra drops. So that is our cute little piggy, all dressed up and nowhere to go. But we're going to make a home for him. And part of our focal point will be these 3 hearts. Now these 3 hearts, we're going to make a scene to go behind our little piggy. Now I'm bringing in the Landscape Edges die set. Okay, I'm going to use the grassy edge and then also the cloudy edge. With the white, I'm going to create some clouds here. I'm just going to tape this down. Okay. And then with the grassy border, this is where the green comes in, and I'm going to create a grassy border here. Okay, so I'm going to run both of these through my die cut machine. Okay, so I cut them out. Now we're going to layer these on this blue heart. So the grassy area, we're going to add some glue behind here. And then this is going to go perfectly on this heart here. Okay, and then our little cloudy area, I'm going to add some glue behind here. And this should fit perfectly like a puzzle right over the top of our heart. Okay, so that is our little home scene. What we're going to do is take our little piggy. I'm going to put a foam square behind here. Okay, and then we're going to just place him. We're going to place him right in the middle. So that's why I used, there is a larger mud patch that you could layer both of these together with, but I chose the small, this is probably going to drive me crazy, my bracelet. I wanted it to fit in the bottom of the heart here. Okay, so that's why we used the small one. And that is our focal point. A cute little scene. Okay, I'm going to put this to the side. Now we're going to work on step number 2, which is our home panel. For my home panel, we're going to bring in the Perfect Touch arches and tag die set. I love the detail on here. And we're going to take the largest, die cut it out with the same pink cardstock that we used for our little piggy here. And then the smaller one, we are going to add to some craft cardstock. Let's tape these down and run these through our die cut machine. I love arches on my cards. I'm actually going to turn this arch into a tag. So bringing in my Crop-A-Dile, we're going to punch a hole. what I hope is the center here. And then, and that's not quite centered here. Let's scoot it over a little bit. Okay. So I punched a hole. I'm going to bring in my eyelets. And then I'm going to use a silver eyelet for this card today. Just going to add this. My eyelets are a little bit bigger than the hole, so I kind of have to force it in there. But then I'll just set that. That's what the back looks like. Okay, and I may have got a little off-centered, but I'm hoping when we add some natural twine that you won't be able to tell. So let's go ahead and thread some twine through here. Okay, I was a little crooked, so I fixed it. But there is, now this will be my home panel, okay? I'm going to take my home panel, I'm actually going to take my focal point and layer it right over my home panel, just using some adhesive. I just want to make sure that it's centered. Okay, now it's time to work on step number 3, which is our sentiment. Our sentiment, we need to stamp on our card base. So we're going to create our card base. So I'll put this to the side. I'm going to bring in my Spellbinders trimmer. Now for today's card, I thought we would make a shaped card. So using our arch dies here, I thought we'd take the largest. Okay, and first we're going to score this. Okay, fold it in half. And then I'm going to take the die, I'm going to line it up, and you see how it overlaps a little bit. I'm going to raise it up just a little bit. And then I'm going to run this through my die cut machine to create my shaped card. Now, just to keep the integrity of my arch, I'm also going to bring in a piece of white cardstock, and then we're going to die cut out another arch with this die with white cardstock, and then we're going to layer it right on top. I'll do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so here's our card base. Let me save this extra piece of cardstock. Okay, I can always use that. And then, since I layered it, since I die cut it out together, we have detail on the inside too, which is nice. Let me see if the camera will pick it up. On the inside. Wonderful. Okay, and then we have this piece that's going to go layered right over the top here. And so it just keeps the integrity of our card base. But before we adhere it, I'm going to stamp our greeting. And I think that's going to be pretty well centered. I'm going to remove my home panel, and then we're going to stamp, just making sure it's straight now. I know it's centered, I just got to make sure it's not crooked. I'm going to use my black ink, and we'll go over our sentiment here. I'll go ahead and stamp this right at the bottom. Wonderful. So that finishes up our greeting. Okay, and now we're going to work on step number 4, which is our background. For my background, I'm actually going to do a little bit of masking over my greeting. So let's bring in some of my Post-it note tape. I'm going to trim down a piece that will fit right over my greeting, like so. Okay, and then this is going to be our background. So to create my background, I'm bringing in a stencil. This stencil set is from Spellbinder. It's the Two-Way Hearts stencil of the month set. And I'm going to take this stencil. It creates an argyle print, and then also creates this piece. But I'm just going to use the hearts. I had went to Hero Arts and I had picked up glitter hero paste and regular hero paste. I've never tried it. Usually I'm an opaque Ranger texture paste girl, but this is shiny. It kind of caught my eye. And I did a little test with both of these because I've never tried them before. So let me show you the test that I did. What's the test? I love the way this looks on the card because it's smooth. The hero paste is a opaque white, and I love it, but it took a really long, and it has a shiny surface. Let me see if you can see. It has a shiny surface. However, the glitter hero paste is nice too. It has like an iridescent glitter to it. Between both of these, the glitter paste dries faster. This took a long time to dry. So I'm not going to use the hero paste today, but I am going to use the glitter hero paste. And we're going to add some glitter hearts to our background. And this has a really crazy consistency than what I'm used to. But I like that it's like extra smooth. I'm just going to go over this. I'm actually going to add a little bit more and use my scraper from Hurley. Simon Hurley has a scraper that I like to use if I do the whole background. It just seems like it gets on everything smoother. Ooh, that wasn't good. So I'm just going to go over this. Now remember, let me add a little here. Now I want you to remember that I did mask off my greeting. So we're adding hearts to that panel over the mask greeting, okay? So that's all there is to that. If you guys have never tried one of these, you're going to love it because it's just smooth and even. Okay? I'll put these to the side. We're going to wash those eventually. And then we'll go ahead and lift up our stencil. I'm going to take these to the sink. And then I'm going to set this aside to dry. Go over the edges. We don't want no sharp edges, because this is our card front. So no sharp edges. But it does give me the texture that I like. You can see that. And when it dries, you're going to be able to see that iridescent glitter behind it. So we'll put this to the side and let this dry. I'm going to clean off my work surface and I'll be right back. Now, I went ahead and used my heat gun to help speed up the process, so for the most part, we're dry now. Okay, and let's go ahead and remove our masking paper. Give it a quick tug. So the hearts are actually on that masking paper, but it didn't obstruct our greeting. Okay, so I'll take this panel and then we'll put some adhesive behind here. And we're going to tack this to the front of our arch card base. And this will fit in an A2 size card too, which is nice. Let me show you. We'll layer this, and this size is an A2 size. So let me show you an A2 card base. So you can see the only difference is the rounded corners. So this is an A2. Looks kind of larger, but it is an A2. So that's our textured glittery background. And you can probably hear the train horn, which is so funny because the train's pretty far away. Since we have dimension on our little piggy, I'm just going to add adhesive. Maybe I'll do both, adhesive and glue, because we have that texture. I don't know how well the tape will adhere to that glitter paste. So we'll tack this down and we're going to center it. Okay, after we have this done, it's time for step number 5, which is time to embellish. And we're going to use our Spellbinders Color Essential Gems. This is Spellbinders Crystal Mix. And we're going to add just a few gems because I do like some shine. Lovely. We'll put these back. And then I am going to bring in my glaze and glue, and I'm going to go over my little piggy snout. We'll go over the ears too. We're going to add a little shine to the mud also. And that finishes off my 5-step card for today. Super fun shaped card. We have a little bit of texture on there. Super cute. Great for any occasion. Valentine's Day too. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you again soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Thanks so much for sticking with me to the end. I have 2 more videos that you guys might be interested here. If you guys are new and like the content that you see, click that subscribe button and also the notification bell. That way for future videos, be notified. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It sure does help the channel. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.